begin.
Now.
There are people in NorCal. They just don't have any organization. And NCR is just a terrible tournament, and so they decided not to have it. Like, the thing was, even if NCR did have it, like, they're already known as being so bad in our community that nobody wanted to go. Like, it was a side tournament there, so technically people could have signed up, but even the people that are in NorCal decided not to because of how badly we got treated last year for MK. Like, we had a decent amount for MK last year, but they treated us like absolute shit. NCR is easily the worst tournament I've ever been to, local or major. I wouldn't even call that thing a major, but it was the worst tournament I've ever been to, easily. So that's why it's not an NCR, is they treat us like shit. They just basically acted like they weren't even there. They like expected us to like basically run our own tournament, and like they didn't give us any info, and there was no info on the website. Like, okay, I'll give some stories because I was telling you stories while this match was going on. So like, first of all, there's two rooms. There was like the main room, and there was like a side room, and the side room was basically like, if you were in a side game, you got thrown in there, and they didn't give a shit about it. So like, I went up and I paid a lot of money right at the last minute, and I said, what? Slayer. And so I paid a lot of money to, sign up last minute. I signed up for Street Fighter, I signed up for MK9. And they ran the pools at the same time for Street Fighter and MK9. And there was no communication between either of the people running those brackets. So basically, I got DQ'd for MK. I'm sorry, I got DQ'd in Street Fighter 4 because I was playing MK. And Chris G got DQ'd in MK because he was playing Street Fighter 4. And there was absolutely no like fucking communication between those two. Yeah. And then what else? Okay, so like we got to top 4, and the dude running our tournament, the single dude, was like, "All right, guys, come back tomorrow for top 4, whatever on stream." And we were like, "Wait a minute, what time are we doing top 4 tomorrow?" And so we went up to the front desk, and I said, "Hey, what time do we come back for top 4 tomorrow?" And they said, "Oh, it's on our website." And like, first of all, that's ridiculous to not just be able to tell us. And I said, "Hey, listen, you're sitting behind a desk with a computer, and I'm sitting here without a phone. Can you please just check it for me?" And finally, I convinced them to. Kind of got angry at them. Like, isn't it your job to know this stuff? And they went on the website, and they're like, "Oh, it isn't here. Go ask another TO." So, which is also ridiculous. Oh, also we got like no room for MK. We were like right next to like the door, and we got like no setups. It was just a really uncomfortable situation. So yeah, like we eventually had to like track down the main TO guy that he like basically decided when we were gonna fucking play top 4 the next day. What else was really terrible about that whole thing? Oh, also, in case anybody forgot, NCR last year was the weekend after the week that Injustice got released. So everybody was saying, well, why don't they run an Injustice tournament? They could be the first Injustice major. And they're so like closed-minded there that they didn't even want to try it. They didn't even want to try running Injustice. They just immediately said, oh, nope, it's not a Capcom game, so fuck it. And like I understand like giving slight preferential treatment to Capcom because it gets more and stuff. But, like, they really hate other games over there. They're really stupid. I mean, look at this year. This year, like there were a whole bunch of main games that aren't even an Evo, and like this is an Evo main game, and they're like, well, if you guys bring your own shit, you can run it. He's not that also in the game at all. He just stretches. Everything about that tournament was terrible. The staff was extremely unhelpful. That's the thing that pissed me off the most.
I admire your bravery.
Like they got mad at me when I asked them what time top 4 was tomorrow. No, it's not over.
Superman. Martian Manhunter.
So yeah, NCR sucks. Oh, also like there was a thing the year before that where like, well, first of all, like I heard it was run really badly, run on like paper brackets, and it was like hot, and there was laggy setups, and one person tried to stream it from the MK community, 2000, I guess it was 12, and he basically said, I'll stream it, for free and stuff. And they basically said, no, you're gonna have to pay us to stream it, which sucks. So there was no way to get a stream the year before that. We only got top 4 on stream this most recent year. Terrible tournament. Super expensive. The cost for me to register was like as much as registering for Evo, which was amazing. Or more than going to SCR, which was also absolutely amazing. So yeah. Basically, case in point, don't fucking go to NCR. It's a fucking terrible tournament. Worst tournament I've ever been to in my life. I've seen people that have never run a tournament before in their life run a more complicated tournament. So I believe the score is 2-1. Oh, the dive punch. Laser footsies. That's how we play in SoCal. Oh, that was interesting. I wonder how to convert off that.
Your anger is misplaced.
This ends now.
Slayer betting nothing? Nope, Slayer bet 1 also. That's gonna be some damage.
That will be your child's play.
Child's play.
Operations not optional.
All right, so now we're down to top 3.